It's the guts and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the pledge of allegiance on the 4th of July. It's the handwritten letters from home. It's the sleepless nights alone. Newborn baby you left at your wife. It's the red, white, and blue. Lay down his life. It's the red, white, and blue. While these stars in the stripes. From the hills of Indiana, from the swamps of Louisiana, to the golden coast of California. Mr. Red, White, and Blue laid down his life. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, while these stars in the stripes.
What's up, everybody? Battle on the home front. Here with my friend Brian Paul, John Reed, Veterans for Life USA. Give us a little backstory, man. Let's hear it.
All right, man. Well, I'm the president and founder of Veterans for Life USA, and I served in the 45th Infantry Division. Back when it was called a division.
Infantry, correct? You were infantry.
Infantry,
That's right.
fellow 11 Bravo.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's one way we connected. We was talking about binning and all the experiences with binning. And so served in 45th. I was pre 9/11, so my deployment was Oklahoma City bombing, April 19th, 1995. And so I served with the jump school, AIT, boot camp, all binning. Been to Fort Lewis, Fort Hood, Fort Chaffee, Camp Gruber, good old Camp Gruber.
Never made it there yet.
Never made it there?
No, I never made it there.
You're not missing much, man. They do have a good mount site, though.
Yeah, I did.
So then fulfilled my military obligation, moved up to Kansas City, took a job with the private sector for about 4 years. And then we got a group of us, middle management people with Roadway Express, got let go due to the buyout with Yellow Freight. So that's when I decided I got the crazy idea I wanted to become a firefighter. So I was told in order to become a firefighter, you had to become either an EMT or a paramedic first. And I wasn't really into it, man. I just wanted to go fight fires and go into burning buildings. So I became an EMT, then went through the fire academy. Then I volunteered as a firefighter for 2 years while I was working full-time as an EMT. Finally got on career firefighter, did really, really well for about the first year and a half. And then my performance started to really slack off, and I became addicted to alcohol. And then I found myself divorced from a beautiful wife, and we had a beautiful home at the time. And I lived for alcohol. I lived for that next bottle. My son was 11 years old at the time, and I didn't really have that passion for being a father anymore either. And at that point, I was intentionally committing suicide with alcohol. And I had previously put a gun up to my own head. I remember that specifically, sitting on me and my wife's bed. But you know, my mother just would not give up. And
most moms don't. Mine wouldn't either.
Right, yeah. And it's pretty much, I didn't have any friends left, and I had mooched off the last 2 friends I had, and my mother finally convinced me to go to English Mountain Recovery, where I started my journey of 90 days of equine assisted therapy with horses, talk therapy, and the 12-step program. And talk therapy is where I originally actually had to learn how to share my story. And there's kind of a funny inside story to that. But so since then, I've been sharing my story all throughout the media, national media,
Because you're a national organization, correct?
Yes, Veterans for Life has turned into a national network with the organization having 2 chapters, one in the Oklahoma City area, and then our second chapter in the Kansas City area. So we got 2 fully functional, up and running chapters, and it's
That's good, man.
it's going well. But for the first 2 years, it was just a total grinded out.
Yeah. So what are the three points you were telling me earlier about your organization? The purpose?
Yeah. So we do 3 things with Veterans for Life. We provide purpose, support, and connection. So support, volunteers come and we welcome them into meetings and monthly team builders, and we provide support through there, much like the buddy system in the military.
Yeah.
And then purpose, we hold events and we provide leadership opportunities for those people and people within the community that like to help us hold events and fundraisers and various things we have going on. And then the connection, we connect struggling veterans and first responders and their families, most oftentimes mom or spouse, to one of our professional treatment partners around the country, and we have all kinds of options there. So the hardest thing that we do is identifying people that need help, and then the biggest thing we can do is remove the shame and guilt of oftentimes hard-headed people like us, and then replace that with hope, inspiration, and understanding. And the biggest way that we can, the easiest way that we can remove the shame and guilt is to share our own vulnerability.
Yeah.
Things like, the 3 of us have been through, because there's hundreds of thousands of us. And it's just not oftentimes that you see people sharing their story that people relate to.
Yeah, and you're not just veterans, you're first responders as well.
Yes,
That's a big deal. Tell me about your firefighting, your EMT, a little bit what you did there, and what caused maybe the drinking from that, the mental health from that, because they're definitely, y'all are so underrated, you're not looked at a lot in America, and I think mental health with that first responders should be addressed as well, just like it is for veterans coming home.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I get all the time that people don't think about first responders as they may do combat veterans, where a combat veteran would go overseas for 12 months or so, and then experience the firefights and the IEDs, and your everyday stress that goes along with being away from home in a combat zone. Well, with first responders, we go to the station, and we never know what we're going to get when we leave home. And it could be anything from a motor vehicle accident to a structure fire to a cardiac arrest to a lot of times it's a medical emergency, but we never know either. And we never know what's on the other end of that call, and we hear it, see it, smell it, and that affects all of us, because behind that badge, we're all just human.
For sure. And y'all have so many different options for therapy programs. That's what I love. That's what I highlight and try to make sure we show and just talk about some of the therapy options. I know you talk about the horse at equine, which I think that's phenomenal.
Yeah, equine was kind of a first love for me, because going through equine at English Mountain, my roommate there in the program said that he was going through equine for some childhood trauma that he experienced. I said, man, I'm from Mustang, Oklahoma. I'm going to love equine therapy. He says, Brian, I don't think so. And I went and did it, and I'll never forget my therapist at the end of our first session saying, Brian, you are really, really sick. And it was kind of scary, man, because I didn't even know what post-traumatic stress was at the time. And so equine assisted therapy, we partner with Flames to Hope in Noble, Oklahoma, and Horses Help in Phoenix, Arizona, and Horses and Heroes Inc., which we really closely partner with in Kansas City. And they, with us in Horses and Heroes Inc., we're just one big family.
Yeah.
And Julie Baker is the director there, and we hold our team builders out there around the fire pit and the horses. And
What all do y'all do with that, with the horse therapy? Give me a little lay down on what you do for horse therapy, because now I'm super interested.
Sure, yeah. So horse therapy is using the horse and their extremely highly sensitive alertness to actually pick up and detect what is going on inside the person going through the program. Where hard-headed people like you and I may not want to say, "Hey, man, I'm really struggling here. If this is what's really going on inside me," that horse, being a prey animal and thousands of years of evolution, can actually pick up on the person going through the program. So you have the horse, the person going through the program, and a therapist, and sometimes a therapist is referred to as a facilitator. And the therapist is watching the person going through the program somewhat, but they're more watching the horse, because the horse is actually mirroring what's going on inside the person going through the program. So the person going on through the program isn't willing to really open up and talk. The horse is actually showing the therapist exactly what is going on with the person going through the program. So there's talk dialogue of what's going on, and there's questions and answers, and there's talk, and it becomes somewhat like talk therapy from there.
Awesome. Hey, we're going to take a break. Y'all stay tuned. Check out our sponsor, Active Duty RX.
Introducing all new, safe, natural relief. A cannabinoid-rich, clarity and focus formula when it matters most. You've got a job to do. Anxiety isn't an option. Programmed to keep you moving. A product exclusively manufactured for Active Duty RX by Cantech Labs.
American Wholesale Hemp is a farm-to-shelf distribution company dedicated to the prompt delivery of high-quality U.S. Farm Bill compliant PCR products. We hold our suppliers to the highest of standards of American hemp production and are committed to the service and education of our clients. American Wholesale Hemp is establishing a global network of those who value the quality products we have to offer. Contact your American Wholesale Hemp affiliate today.
Hey everybody, we're back. Battle on the home front. Now talking to John Reed, a Marine, combat veteran,
Yes, sir.
fellow infantry, like us right here.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
I went in after September 11th, so I was in from 02 to 06. Was stationed in 29 Palms and 3rd Battalion, 4th Marines. In 03, we pushed into Baghdad. 04, we pushed...
Part of the push and invasion?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow.
We pushed all the way up to Baghdad in 03, and then 04 we did some stuff up north in Rawa, and then we pushed into Fallujah the first time, and then 04 we were babysitting Fallujah, for lack of a better term.
Yeah. So you work with Veterans for Life. What are you doing with them, man? How are you helping, and what's the reason you did that? Why is this an organization that you want to be a part of?
Well, I actually was looking for... I got in trouble drinking alcohol, all the things that lead you down that road. Threw away a 12-year career when I got out of the Marine Corps doing security and management for healthcare. Threw that away because of drinking. Got divorced again. Got in trouble with the law. Reached out to a group in Tulsa and said, "Hey, I need help with stuff more long term." And reached out to Brian Paul, and I think I texted him and said, "Hey, I'm looking for
for some guidance here. And I don't even think I waited 2 minutes, and he's on the phone with me, and we talked for probably an hour and a half on the phone. And ever since then, I honestly, I think I've missed 2 monthly meetings, and I don't think I've missed an event.
Yeah, he was bragging on you earlier, brother. I'll tell you that, because he was like, man, John has been to every event, so you're definitely recognized. I can promise you that, because he was bragging on you before you got up here. So
John feels guilty if he misses anything at all.
That's good, though. You're passionate. I think passion for us and that camaraderie and that brotherhood, I mean, that gives us purpose. We were talking about purpose, right? Like, purpose is so important, and I think we lose a lot of purpose when we leave the military. That brotherhood, even though we don't. Sometimes I feel like I didn't really see it when I was in. It was like when I was home, right? That's when I realized, like, God, that was like the best time of my life. Like, sign me back up. I want to go, and you had a purpose there. And so, what all are you doing at the events, man? How are you helping, and what are you doing there, bro?
Anything Brian's pretty face most of the time.
Yeah.
We've organized events. Man, I've tried recruiting people in. I got another guy that's coming pretty regularly now. He's actually going to church with me too, by the way. I don't know if I told you that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good.
So, anytime you get a chance, reach out, connect somebody, and be like, hey, we got an event coming up. Why don't you come? Whether they come or not.
Sure.
Try and get them to come to the meetings. We have try and do once a month. We try and do an activity together or something. It's a really good
monthly. Y'all are doing stuff monthly?
Yeah, we try to do
awesome.
something monthly.
We have monthly planning meetings, and then also monthly team builders where we just get together. And a team builder is anything from just going out to eat together or doing
that camaraderie, that brotherhood.
That camaraderie.
Yeah, that's important. And that's also so important, an accountability partner in a sense.
Yeah,
that's super important for recovery. You know what I mean? Somebody to hold you to them standards and make sure battle checks.
Yeah,
that's what that is. That's good, man. I love that.
And I think we are doing a really good job of reaching out and texting people once in a while, even if they're. Brian will send me a name and be like, "Hey, have you talked to this person recently?" And then
battle checks, man.
Yeah,
that's so important. Checks. That's it, man. That's important. How did you beat the addiction through this? This helped you with all yours?
This helped. I was getting to the point where I was drinking a handle of whiskey every 2 days. Yeah. And was taking pills that I could find around the house and didn't care what happened. And was on my way to a people funeral, and my dog died. And there was kind of a voice inside my head that said, dude, he was the one taking care of you. And there's nothing stopping you from going over the edge now. Because, you have to get up and feed him, take him outside, and he'll let you know when he wants to do something. He's a 160-pound Rottweiler. He'd let me know when he wanted something. So I went to the there was a veterans group in Florida where I was living at the time. Went there, and they tried giving me. I used to make jokes about that drug.
Suboxone, what?
No, Antabuse.
Okay.
When people would ask me what I was allergic to, I'd tell them Antabuse.
Yeah. That's for alcohol.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It makes you sick. Okay. Yeah.
So anytime I go to a doctor and they ask you what you're allergic to, I'd say Antabuse.
Yeah.
But they gave me a bunch of that, and I was like, I'm not taking that, because then when I'm not on that, it's just a crutch. So I locked myself in a room for 2 weeks, quit drinking, and it was not fun. And then lapsed about 3 months later and ended up in county in Colorado and stayed there for 6 months. I had a nice room. It was a cute, nice roommate. And then, so it's been 3 years plus now, and I've been sober since. So
awesome! Congratulations.
Yeah. And so, I mean, it's a very it takes a very special person to turn that corner and start your journey of recovery. It takes an even more special person to actually think, hey, I want to help the next one as well.
Paying it forward.
Yes, exactly.
You find that.
John's one of those people that does that.
Yeah.
John's one of the ones that I'm the president and founder of the organization, But people like John, they're the backbone.
For sure.
They are Veterans for Life. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. So, we're about to go to a break. Never mind. Hang on.
Introducing all new, safe, natural relief. A cannabinoid-rich, clarity and focus formula when it matters most. You've got a job to do. Anxiety isn't an option. Programmed to keep you moving. A product exclusively manufactured for Active Duty RX by Cantech Labs.
American Wholesale Hemp is a farm-to-shelf distribution company dedicated to the prompt delivery of high-quality U.S. Farm Bill compliant PCR products. We hold our suppliers to the highest of standards of American hemp production and are committed to the service and education of our clients. American Wholesale Hemp is establishing a global network of those who value the quality products we have to offer. Contact your American Wholesale Hemp affiliate today.
Hey everybody, we're back. Brian, give me an idea about the leadership and what y'all have in store for Veterans for Life USA.
Yeah, absolutely. Over the last since late July, we held a Warrior Challenge that we do every year, and that's where we get all our partnering VSOs from around Oklahoma together. And just shortly after that, we were needing a new executive director. And so J.C. Carbondale, he's a professional golfer by trade, very, very competitive guy, and extremely knowledgeable. I didn't know how knowledgeable he was on nonprofits and fundraising. So he comes on board, and now we're doing a what's called 100 holes for the 22.
Awesome.
And it is a physical feat when you have 4 golfers walk, not use a cart, but actually walk 100 holes of golf in 10 hours.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. I do 18 and I'm wiped. So they do 100 holes in 10 to 10 and a half hours. And so we raise funds through that. And we did one in New Jersey at what used to be called Fort Dix. Mm-hmm. And I forget what they call it now, but that worked out really well. We raised around $9,000, and we're doing a second one this April the 26th in Belton, Missouri, which is just outside Kansas City. So yes, we're looking for people that want to sponsor that. And
this would be a great point right here. So if you're the ones that are doing push-ups on social media for veteran awareness and you're a civilian, you want to actually do something instead of getting likes on your posts, why don't you reach out to my brother here at Veterans for Life USA, because they really need the help. They don't need the clout on their social media accounts.
Yeah,
so definitely reach out to y'all, and y'all need all the help, but continue, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So people can get a hold of us at veteransforlifeusa@gmail.com, and that's 4 with the number 4.
Yep.
You can't see here, but veteransforlifeusa@gmail.com with 4, the number 4. And just email me your ideas, how you want to sponsor it, and or you can go straight to GoFundMe. Again, that will be 100 holes for the 22. And again, that's in numbers 4 for the 22. And go to GoFundMe, and
that's all going to the Veterans for Life USA, correct?
Yeah. So our mission with getting people help, our veterans first responders help with treatment, can be enormously expensive.
Oh, for sure.
We partner with people that do take insurance, but that cost after insurance is still several $1,000s, and for someone that is at their rock bottom, who oftentimes is burn those bridges with family and stuff, they desperately need that money, and this is life-saving stuff. So 100 holes for the 22 GoFundMe, and then get a hold of us at veteransfigusa@gmail.com, and I can talk details about 100 for the 22 for the next 12 hours.
We'll bring you in another time.
Yeah,
we'll shoot another one on that. So y'all are doing help with drug addiction in general, the therapy programs, and then so on the mental health side of it, do y'all have people set up for addressing mental health and helping with that? And I think it's a very important thing, that mental health, the stigma behind it, and addressing that and bringing that out, and not being ashamed of it. Stuff happens, and we have to fix it. There's so what are y'all doing for that?
Right. Well, again, it goes back to removing that shame and guilt.
Yep.
And because with general population, not many people, are necessarily proud of mental health and substance abuse addictions, but there's many of us who've been there.
So many,
yes.
Epidemic. It is an epidemic.
Yeah. So, so we've got one of our treatment partners is called Transformations in Delray Beach, Florida. We've been really, really successful with them over the past year and a half now.
What exactly are they doing down there?
So Transformations has a program called Help for Our Heroes, and it's specifically for veterans and first responders. The guy who runs, his name's Carlos. He was a 40-something year law enforcement, also a Vietnam vet. He's been through the struggles. He runs a program. And what makes Transformations so unique is that they have a wide variety of treatment programs, options that say, I'm going through the program or you're going through the program. You start your day out eating breakfast with other veterans, first responders at the living area, and you van over to the building. From there, you're in a support group environment, 12-step, and then you go and you sign up. You sign up for your elective that you want to do the following day. So, for instance, you're into music therapy. You sign up for music. You're into arts and crafts. You sign up for arts and crafts. If you're into beach therapy, you want to do longboarding on the beach.
That's awesome.
You sign up for that. And they have a long, long list of that. So the program is actually, it actually conforms to the person and what they are wanting to do versus this struggling person who is
just put them into something and say, here, get some therapy options. It addresses that individual person.
Yeah, some programs are like, well, we know you're already struggling, but we're going to need you to go ahead and conform to our program.
Right.
It's reversed with Transformations, and that's why we've been so successful.
That's how it should be. I've always done that. I started in 2018. That's when I started Battle on the Homefront, and I was doing, plant-based therapy programs and bringing in people that wanted to do that, and I had access to do those things, and people loved that and learn how to grow their own medicine and everything in that sense.
I want to talk about just briefly about another one of our treatment partners we've been very successful with. It's called Camp Hope, and it's down in Houston, Texas, and it is a total life transformation. So it's a 5-month-long program, up to 5 months, and the counselors and therapists are combat vets who have had the struggles, and they've went and got their professional license. And the requirements are you're either a combat vet or you've been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress. You do have your DD-214, and then the rest of the program is paid. They actually pay for your ticket. You fill out a short application, and they will help you with it. And if any of our viewers need help with that, just contact me directly with treatment. But it's a short application. The airfare is paid. All the room and board, the program is all paid.
What all are they doing down there, though, in the whole life transformation? What are they doing down there?
They do all your different traditional therapies, like your EMDR, your talk therapy, your 12-step, all of those kinds of things. And they also, after the program's done for the day, they also do and take them on outdoor adventure excursion type things in the outdoors.
Yeah, I think outdoor therapy is just like the equine. I mean, that's so important.
Yeah.
So, well, John, what you got? You got anything over there?
I'm just here to be the pretty
You're just
face.
here to rock it, huh? Well, you want to plug anything away, talk about anything, make sure everybody's got your contact info again, and
Yeah, please reach out to us, Veterans for Life USA, on Facebook, and reach out to me directly on Facebook, Brian Paul, and veteransforlifeusa@gmail.com. If you'd like to support the 100 for the 22, please reach out to us on GoFundMe, and those are the different ways to reach out to us.
awesome. You got anything, brother? You want to plug away?
I'm good.
You good? Y'all know where to find me at. Scan my QR code up in the screen. You'll see it. You get all my platforms there. Schedule meetings with me. Check out my business platforms and the veteran outreach that I'm doing. Gentlemen, thank
Pleasure.
you.
Thank you.
Brother, thank you.
Right on.
Yeah. Battle on the home front.
It's the guts and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the Pledge of Allegiance on the 4th of July. It's the handwritten letters from home. It's the sleepless nights alone. Newborn baby you left at your wife. It's the red, white, and blue lay down his life. It's the red, white, and blue brought these stars in the stripes. From the hills of Indiana, from the swamp